Destination Venus, an adventure with Rocky Star. Despite Jan's warning that death awaits them on Venus, Rocky, Ann, and Mitch decide to go on with the flight. Some 30 minutes later, with a shattering cacophony of sound, the giant Blue Streak leaves the ground and roars up, up, ever upward, trailing a long stream of fire from its exhaust. As its speed reaches unbelievable heights, its crew black out. Their faces are distorted, their bodies pressed deep down into the cushions on their bunks. The only sound aboard the spaceship is the whine of the gyros. At last, shaking itself free of the Earth's gravitational pull, the Blue Streak crashes out into the infinite space of the universe. In the control cabin, Rocky and the others slowly regain consciousness and begin checking their positions.
Airspeed, 30,000 miles an hour. Altitude, 25,000 miles. Cut the gyros.
And we've been flying only 45 minutes.
Well, the Blue Streak's going beautifully, isn't it?
It is a great ship, Rocky. It compares favorably with anything we have.
Oh, come on, Mitch. Wake up, wake up. Your worries are over.
Why, are we back on Earth?
No, we're more than 25,000 miles from there.
Say, what hit me? I was talking to you, and the next thing I know, you're waking me up.
You blacked out because of the acceleration.
Oh, how long since we took off?
46 minutes.
Well, it feels like years. Say, is that altimeter right? It says 25,500 miles.
That's right.
What do you know? We're traveling at 500 miles a minute, and you think we wasn't moving. Hey, I'm getting out of this bunk.
Go right ahead, Mitch.
I can't lie in a safety harness another second. Oh, boy, it'll be good to stretch the legs. And it... Ooh.
What is it?
My stomach. Oh.
Feeling sick?
Yeah, I'm dying.
You'll pull through.
No, I'm dying. I'm going to make my will.
Oh, you fool. Drink this, Mitch. You've got space sickness.
Space sickness? Feels awful like seasickness.
Well, it's
to
much
me.
the same. Come on, drink the medicine down. It'll fix you, Mitch. Hey, steady. Oh, don't spill it everywhere.
Oh, boy, I couldn't help it.
Take it slowly.
Rocky, I can't swallow this stuff.
Keep trying. You'll get it down eventually.
Yeah, but why can't I swallow it?
Well, there's no gravity to help you while we're up here. That's why.
Oh, tickle my tonsils. What a life. Oh.
Come on, Mitch. Stop your moaning and drinking. Now, come on.
Okay, I'll do it even if it kills me, and it probably will. There, I made it. Say, Ann, are we going to have the same trouble eating?
Afraid so. It'll be difficult swallowing anything up here in space.
Oh, why did I ever come?
You're very quiet, Yen.
Me?
Well, you've hardly said a word since we left Death Valley. Anything worrying you?
No. I am an old space traveler. It does not affect me.
Then why look so gloomy?
Have you forgotten my warning?
Oh.
Your landing on Venus means instant death unless I can contact my father.
Oh, I had forgotten that, as a matter of fact, Yen.
Could you radio him?
I could later, perhaps. Even so, he may not alter his decision. When I last spoke with him, he was determined that no Earthling would set foot on our world.
Boy, that makes it sort of awkward, doesn't it?
Oh, well, we'll face that when we come to it. We're still millions of miles from Venus.
Rocky, isn't it time you radioed Daddy?
My gosh, yes, Ann, it is. I promised I'd contact him when we recovered consciousness.
Well, Rocky, I'm hopping out of this bunk. I've had it.
Did that medicine settle your stomach, Mitch?
Yes, sir, Ann. That stuff's terrific. I feel fine.
Good.
Well, go for the safety harness. Oh, boy, it'll be swell to walk around. I feel all pressed in like a sardine.
Get it?
Oh, well, now to stretch the old legs.
Hey, watch yourself, Mitch.
Hey, Rocky!
Of all the clowns.
Everything, help me down and float me up on the scene.
Come on down, Mitch.
I shouldn't be laughing, Mitch, but you still look awfully funny.
Get me out of here. I feel terrible. I'm like a fly. Come on, get a move on.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't panic. Hold steady and I'll grab your leg. You right? Come on, down.
Oh, boy, hang on to me, boy.
That's the idea.
Oh, what a life.
Next time, put on your gravity boots before you leave your bunk. They'll just anchor you to the cabin floor.
Oh, knock me down. This is the craziest life. I just can't get used to there being no gravity. Oh, I wish I'd stayed back on Earth with the professor.
There's no turning back now. Next stop, Venus.
Control to Blue Streak. Receiving me. Control to Blue
There's
Streak.
the professor
Receiving
calling.
me. Over.
Blue Streak to control. Receiving you. Come in. Over.
Control to Blue Streak. Come in, Rocky. Come in. Over.
Blue Streak to control. Everything fine here. Over.
Control to Blue Streak.
They can't
Are
be
you
receiving you,
me?
Rocky.
Come in, Rocky.
That
Come
is
in.
rather obvious, Mitch.
Control to Blue
Something
Streak.
must be
Are
wrong
you
in our
receiving me?
transmitter.
Well, it was
Come
okay
in,
when
Rocky.
it took off.
Come in.
The terrific vibration may have affected it.
Well, I'll take a look, see. The sooner we get in touch with the professor, the better.
me alone. I'm very busy.
Yeah. When he hears me news, you'll be jumping mad. Have you seen the latest newspapers?
No, and I haven't time to look at them. Wilson, have you contacted the Blue Streak yet?
No reply to our signals, Professor.
Well, keep trying.
Professor...
Andy, please go away.
Look, let me read you this stuff. It's amazing. This flight has even knocked the Russians off the front page.
Well, what are you talking about, man?
Listen to this one. The New York Times front page. Secret mission to Star reported. California buzzing with stories of spaceship's visit to Venus.
Great Scott, how did they get hold of that?
Well, it was bound to get round. You can't go firing off spaceships without someone finding out. And here's the Tribune. UNO to ask for bases on Venus.
That's a rot, Andy.
Well, most of the stuff in the papers is. You want to hear any more?
No. I'm rather worried about the ship.
Right here's something else to worry over. There's about 50 reporters at the main gate.
Reporters?
They're yelling and screaming for a story. They're threatening to rush the fence unless you let them in.
Tell Captain Clark to keep them out. I can't speak to them right now. Trying to contact the Blue Streak.
Ain't you made it yet?
I haven't heard a word from them.
Perhaps they're dead.
No, it's not that, Andy.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. They got that Jan Kabar aboard, ain't they?
Oh, he wouldn't harm any of them now.
So he says. But me, I never trust foreigners.
Something must have gone wrong with their transmitter.
Well, I hope that's all.
I'll call them again.
You've been doing that for hours and hours.
Be quiet, man. I don't know why I allow you in this room. You're as mournful as
a thunderstorm on a rainy day. But you mark my words, Professor, no good will come of this trip. It ain't natural for us just to go flying.
Yes, Rocky.
Huh. Well, you're alive after all.
Well, sound a little more pleased, Andy. Control to Blue Streak, receiving you. Come in, Rocky. Come in.
Daddy when he spoke to you this morning, Rocky?
Very happy, Anne, that we've passed the 2-million-mile mark.
Haven't we traveled that far already?
2,110,000 to be exact.
Any more stories in the papers?
Well, the professor said they're worse than ever. The entire front pages are devoted to the Blue Streak. Thousands of astronomers are watching our flight.
Oh, you don't say. Hey, Kabar, have you got newspapers on Venus?
Not as you know them. They are more on the cultural side. Something like your better weekly magazine.
What? No wars, murders, sports result, accidents, or funnies? No nothing?
An occasional accident and sports result, yes. But no wars or murders.
Oh, kind of dull.
As I have already told you, we Venetians have learned to live in peace with one another.
Well, how the heck do they fill the newspapers?
There are many other interesting happenings, you know. Art, music, big developmental projects, the latest medical discoveries. Oh, believe me, ours are much more enjoyable than your papers.
Is your language difficult to learn?
Well, for you, perhaps. I do not know. It is different in many ways.
Well, say something in, what do you call your language?
We call our language Venise. Here is something. Yedo Ninyasi Tiris.
What's that?
That means it is raining today, friend.
Never thought like that.
Say it again.
Yedo Ninyasi Tiris.
Yeah, it sounds delightful. That's soft.
Clever guy.
Listen, Yan, does it rain much on Venus? Rocky, we have a saying there. Niasi wala si tui su. The rain is always with us.
Oh. Well, always.
Well, not every day, though it is very wet, and a mist seems forever to envelop us. The rainfall is the reason we do not have railways.
You don't have trains?
We did long ago, of course. However, there were continual washaways and accidents, so we changed our transport.
I can see your point.
Our main method of travel is the air car. The air car is a combination of car and aeroplane, you see. And every family has at least 2 air cars.
Pretty good. Tell me, how do they work?
Well, Rocky, you drive them as you do your automobile.
Exactly the same, gears and everything?
Exactly the same. When they reach 40 miles an hour, they leave the highways and then they take to the air. They are built so they cannot crash. Of course, there are very strict rules for our highways and the sky, you must understand, with all those cars.
Must be quite confusing, I should say. No, don't stop, Lan. We want to know all about Venus.
Well, to me, it is the most beautiful world in the universe. There is such scenery that will take away your breath. There are
Rocky, Mitch, quiet. Look at that radar screen. See that little dot there?
Yes?
Well, I've been watching it for the last minute. Seems to be something flying on the same course as us.
Well, what is it?
Oh, I don't know, but it sure is coming fast.
It's a shooting star, isn't it?
It could be, Anne.
It must be, Rocky. There couldn't
My gosh,
be
it isn't.
That's a spaceship.
A spaceship? Let me see.
It is, I tell you. And it's flying straight for us.
Swing off course, Rocky, or we crash into it. Swing off course.
All eyes are glued to the radar screen. Anxiously, they watch the strange spaceship zoom closer and closer as Rocky struggles desperately to swing the giant blue streak out of the way. Can he turn it off course in time to avert a crash? There are thrills and startling developments ahead for each and every one of you. Be sure to be with us for the next exciting chapter of the Rocky Star adventure, Destination Venus.